Alright guys, hey guys, it's GinjaWithNinja and I'm playing on my server today, and I'm here in my bat cave, and I thought since I recently uploaded a tutorial on how to separate zombies who can pick up items, that I should come in here and fix my original design that I made a long time ago. I thought this thing was awesome when I made it. But I only made it so I could build an army to defend my base because I play on a server that any of you guys can join so we can build like our own community. But I wanted to make sure my house and base didn't get tampered with because I don't fully trust you guys. Nah, I'm just kidding. But there are kids out there who would probably do that. So be careful. Anyways, this is the original design. I know, it's horrible. I thought this was like the coolest thing at the time when I built it, and I was actually building this the night before I went to Orlando. And I stayed up until like 4 in the morning, and my sisters came in and said, hey, let's go to Orlando. And I'm like, I don't want to leave because this thing's so cool. Now looking back at it, I'm like, especially since it's manual. I had to kind of guesstimate which one could pick up items. But now, since I know how to make it fully automatic, which I didn't at the time, I mean, I had ideas, and I thought it was the craziest thing, but I couldn't pull it off and kind of gave up. But now, I have a design, and I like it a lot. So if you haven't seen the tutorial, go check it out. Link will be in the description. And I went ahead and got all the materials that I'm going to need, so let's get building. Thought I moved them far away. Dang it. Finally. Sorry, that was just a minor step back. As you guys saw, I have guardians nearby. I plan on using them in a later episode to defend my base by making everyone have mining fatigue so they can't really break in, but they're horrible to have around when you're trying to build. Yeah. My mistake. I thought I moved them far enough. I actually tried to record this episode once before, and I was having the same problem. So, as I'm building, I'll try and stay away from up there. For now, at least. So I'm going to gather some items that I will most likely need, and get back to building. I really don't have that many ideas for what I'm going to do. All I know is I want to do along the same lines as what I did in my tutorial. I just kind of wanted it a little bit more organized and a lot more control over what's happening in the lab and not really come in contact with the zombies at all. Let's see if I can pull that off. I totally forgot how to make pillar quartz blocks. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time. I really don't. Oh, okay. Makes sense now. Let's make a couple of those. A little bit more. Wow, I'm really running out of quartz fast. Was not expecting that. Isn't really that shocking though. Here's the corner. Let's go down a few blocks. Put that there for now. Whoops. I'm trapped. So, I never really did any Let's Plays before, and I really like tutorials because I can kind of script out what I'm going to say and not look completely stupid. But in here, it's all fair game. It's like, if I mess up, I mess up. So, I get to look like a fool in front of you guys. I hope you guys like the style and format of my videos that I'm going to be going for, but I just hope they stay entertaining. If not, I'll probably just stick to tutorials. No, I'm just kidding. I really enjoy the whole Let's Play concept. And I do a lot in this world that I think a lot of people would enjoy seeing, so I hope I can just make it enjoying at the same time. Let's see. Gonna need the hole for the baby zombies to go into, which will go into here. Let's hope I don't hit any old redstone along the ways. Oh, spoke too soon. The main difference from what I'm doing here than what I did in my tutorial is I want this to be an XP farm as well as being able to separate the zombies, because this is my main source of XP. But I want to do that without having any annoying noise or random things activated that aren't necessary for just regular XP. So from here, I need to watch my own tutorial. 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna want to go 3 blocks. Like that. I can kind of fill in all this as I go. And then on this block, it's going to be where I have the actual separator. So I can just throw one here, that, that. Going to need some slabs. Probably not a lot though. So I guess you guys really don't need to watch a tutorial because you can just see me do it here. Kind of pointless. I keep forgetting things. I'm really looking forward to having any of you guys just join my server and play with me and build in the city and see what you guys can come up with, because I'm excited. I always wanted to have a server of my own to open up to people and kind of have a say in how things are done and what's going on in it. And I just hope you guys enjoy it too. As well as probably team up with me, do some collabs. Yeah, that's the kind of annoying noise I'm talking about that I don't want to happen, but I don't think I'll be able to prevent that. Because the whole concept I'm going for is probably when I want to just use the XP farm, I'll just have this open and have this stop dropping items. So I'll probably just send a pulse to the redstone up here so this won't be activated when I go through this. Okay, I had to check back on my design a couple of times because it's been a while. Whoops. Quartz. Why must you do this to me? Go like this. It's like brand new. I messed up my own design. We're making progress, though. That's always good. I'm going to have to redesign this entire room. But it's for the best. All this is really outdated and very old mechanics of the game. Okay, let's plot this out. The zombies are going to go downstream to this gate, where this gate will only let one through at a time. Then this will drop an item to see if the zombie picks it up, but where should I have the tunnel go? I'm almost 100% positive I want the ones that are able to pick up items to go this way, because I need to go that way anyways with them, and I can just put them in a tank over here, and then just make them go their own way. But where do I want the killing chamber is the big question. And I kind of want a control station. Something I can just be slightly up in the air, see everything, and control everything. Just stand on it where I can AFK, not have to worry. Where I can have a crafting table, some chests, and be able to make it so I can build my army, send them to certain places, and then, or just have XP. But I really didn't plan that far ahead. All I know is I kind of wanted this similar design because I thought it looked cool. Let me go ahead and get rid of all this access. Can't waste redstone. I have no clue where I want this killing chamber. I kind of feel like the control station will be in this area because I kind of want to be slightly elevated so I can just kind of watch everything that's going on and flip a switch, and this gate will automatically always stay open so they can all go through. That'll stop dropping items. They'll go to the killing chamber. I liked how I had the killing chamber under where the zombies got suited up, but I don't think I'll be able to do that because I need this water stream, which will send me out a certain way. Well, I mean, I don't need it, but I already have it built. I mean, I could move it. That's possible, but there's a lot of redstone work, but I don't mind moving it if I have to. Gosh, past Ginja is a real messy person. This does not work with me nowadays. Gosh, I'm just building everything wrong today. Maybe you guys should watch this tutorial because I'm not doing a very good job at building it on my own. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay. I keep building this wrong, guys. That. Going to go through. So much gravel. Then here will be the tunnel. Okay. So if this is the tunnel, it's gonna go like this. Going to want a piston here. Nope, built that wrong too. Did it right the first time. Piston there, block there, piston, block. Okay. Now that we have all that, kind of almost everything laid out, I think we should make the tunnel for the baby zombies. But at the same time, I also have a new idea, guys, where if one zombie were to go through this and hit it, and the redstone locked up for a certain period of time, that means baby zombies could go through here. Because the problem I was having with baby zombies is when they went through here, they'd bounce around right here, and it would drop multiple items and just jam up the system. And I really didn't like that at all. So maybe if I make this kind of lock itself, like it can only be activated once for a little while until this opened up, then maybe I wouldn't even need a side tunnel for the baby zombies. But I don't know, I haven't tried that out yet. We can see how that goes, but not 100% sure it's gonna work. I learned that lesson when trying to build this the first time, that you think things will work and then you try it and you're like, huh, thought it would have worked, but it doesn't at all. But I would actually like if it didn't do that, because I don't like the idea of having a whole nother tunnel for baby zombies and then having to separate those. It'd be kind of cool if I could just separate both at once, which I should have probably included in the tutorial and probably should have spent a little bit more time experimenting with, but I'm lazy, gonna be honest. You know, I keep saying this is an annoying noise, but for some reason it kind of helps me think. Okay, I'll stop annoying you guys. Okay, so this is the block with the fence gate on top of it. So I'm going to put my repeater there. Redstone dust. Get rid of all these old blocks so they don't confuse me. And then going into this, gonna want it like this. And all this can be adjusted if I do need that tunnel there. I can just move this all over. Even though I wouldn't like it, I can do it. You know, that baby zombie solution doesn't seem that hard now, guys, because I have redstone like this. So when this is activated, if I can just make this lock itself, or even make the timer lock it, then it wouldn't even be that bad. But what I am going to include different from the tutorial, I am going to have an item elevator that brings the item dropped from this that is not picked up. I'm going to bring it back to this, just so, you know, kind of cleans it up. and makes it a lot more efficient than having to, you know, put all the items back in after so long of using it. Not that you would even want an army that big of zombies, because lag reasons and just unnecessary. So I'm probably going to do something like this. Go out a couple blocks. And if I do plan on locking it, maybe even going one more block. Now from here, I'm gonna have to have redstone, repeater. Nope. Redstone. Repeater. And then have the chain over here, I believe. So go up like that. Like that. Up like that. And there. Maybe that will work. I think it worked. Let's test it one more time. Okay, awesome. I was hoping it would be a lot more silent though. I tried making one of those item elevators where it just shoots into solid blocks and it will float up, but for some reason I couldn't get it to work. I feel like I was building it wrong, but at the same time, how do you build that wrong? But it just wasn't working for me, and I actually lost a redstone torch doing it. I have no clue where it went still. Still, I have no clue. But that is really noisy. I'm trying to avoid that. So let's try it. If this is activated, whoops. Oh. Okay, let's try it. If I drop it here, it goes up. It makes its way back, but it's so noisy. Is there any way to cut that out? If I get rid of this top one, will it still work? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That won't work. I think it did work. Huh. So I can get rid of that. Will it still work? That's cool. I thought there was a way to make these silent though. I have one that I use frequently and it doesn't make nearly as much noise. That didn't work. I mean, it works. I'm fine with that, but I don't like that noise. I'm gonna go into creative and see why that one version I was making wasn't working. 1 second. Well, I couldn't get it to work, so I'm just gonna go with this design despite the noise. I don't really mind it, but I'm gonna polish it up real quick, so I'm gonna start that. I'm actually going to move what's going to activate the fence gate down 1 block. I feel like that's how I had it in my tutorial. I didn't check, but I feel like it'll still work. And it'll give me a lot more space. So I'm just going to move all this. like that. I hate working with no grounds. I'm sure this will still work. Let me try it. Yeah, okay. I think that is how I had it. Now that I have this built, I'm going to go ahead and build the timer. Sticky piston there. Sticky piston here. Now I have the item elevator in, which is a step up from my tutorial. I got the timer, which I always had. And now I want to go ahead and continue finishing it, but I also need to figure out where I'm going to put my control room. Because I want my control room eye level with everything, but not feel like there's not a room down here. I want it to feel like there's a lab going on down here, but be in my own secluded little bubble that looks like I'm controlling everything. I want to be able to control the lights to turn this on and off. I want to be able to make this an XP farm or separate the zombies. And I also want a light in the control room that tells me whether or not this dispenser is out of items. So it's going to be a lot of work. But if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, imagine like from Guardians of the Galaxy, the jail that they broke out of, how it had that little room where they all went in. Something like that. Or like Homer Simpson, where he's just in a chair and has a whole bunch of buttons around him and he just does nothing and then clicks buttons. I want it to be like that. As much as I would love to finish this today, I know there's no way I can finish this in one video. So I hope you guys don't get bored of this topic, and if you do, just leave a comment below and I'll move on to a bunch of other projects I have. But this is kind of the core concept of a lot of the projects I have going on, and I think you'll really like it. So I really need to get this done, and I want it to be something I'm happy with and use a lot, and it looks awesome because I'm a big technical person in Minecraft. I just suck at designing things. I get really jealous of seeing how people who don't even know how to open an iron door with redstone can make a mansion that looks 1,000 times better than anything I can make. So I think the last thing we're going to do is just hook up these piston swappers, which I didn't even test if I could do with this new thing I've added. So let me go ahead and try that. Hopefully it still works. And I think, yep, I used all my comparators. Have it like that. And then like that. And I believe it's 4 junk items, but I'll have to check to make sure. I checked, it is 4 junk items, but sadly guys, I think I'm gonna have to call it a day. I know, but don't worry, we got a lot done. We got the piston swappers in, the item elevator, the item dropper, the timer to the fence gate, and a lot of the building and most of the redstone done. I think that's a pretty successful episode, don't you? At least, I hope you think it is. It came out a lot more bulkier than I originally thought it would, especially compared to my original design, but then again in this version we added a lot more things than the one I made in my tutorial, which is another reason I even wanted to make this video, because in my tutorials I always come up with things I want to add afterward that are a lot more cool and a lot more efficient, but I can't keep remaking the same tutorial and spamming you guys with the same concept and having to redo the entire video. So at least in this world I can show you all the updates and upgrades I make to all my builds, assuming you even make the things that I make in my tutorials. I think they're cool. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so next episode we'll probably finish this up, and if you guys don't care to see me finish this up, I'll probably go ahead and do it off camera, and then we'll just move on to all my other builds that I have going on. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this episode, please comment, like, and subscribe for more. This has been GinjaWithNinja, and see you next time. Bye.